Good evening. Welcome to yet another session of the live section for Let's Update Language Academy. And I am Ardra, one of the Ielts trainers here. And today I am going to discuss reading test. And here I have taken a passage from Cambridge 10 Ielts, the reading test 1. Before that, let me explain the reading test pattern. And the test consists of 40 questions, 3 sections, and 1 hour. So you will be given 1 hour to complete all the 40 questions. For academic candidates, it will be 3 passages, and for the general candidates, it will be 3 sections with 5 passages. 2 each in part section 1 and section 2, and for section 3 it will be a lengthy passage. So you can apply the different strategies like skimming, scanning, detailed reading, and reading for inferences to get the correct answers. So we'll move to the passage. So here we have taken the passage from Cambridge 10, as I have already mentioned. So this is the passage stepwise, and today we are going to discuss how to tackle or how to strategically attempt this true false not given questions, one of the difficult tasks in our IELTS reading test. Okay, so first what I do is I'll read the questions first, and before that I'll explain what is true false not given questions. So here you can see there are 5 statements given here, and you have to identify whether the statement agrees to the passage or not. So here is the condition: true. If the statement agrees with the information given in the passage, then it will be true. Okay, so if the statement given agrees with the statement in the passage or the information in the passage, then it will be true. And if the information given here contradicts to the information in the passage, then it is false. Okay, then the last one is, if there is no information given in the passage, then it will be not given. So these are the conditions, so keep in mind, and we are going to the questions. So this is the first question. Examples of ancient stepwells can be found all over the world. Okay, so we have to underline the keywords. That is the first thing you have to do. So when you get a question, you have to find out the stem words, and these are the keywords here. All over the world. Okay, so here we can see examples of ancient stepwells can be found all over the world. So the keyword here I marked as all over the world. Now we can go to the passage. So we are moving to the passage. So in the second paragraph, you can see here most stepwells are found dotted around the desert areas of Gujarat, Rajasthan, and Delhi. So these are the places in India, not all over the world, right? So the answer is false, because in the question it is given it as all over the world, but in the passage they have mentioned only 3 places which are in India. So the answer is false, because they have mentioned where these stepwells can be found, but the information given is contradicting to each other. So the answer is false. I think now you got an idea how to find this false. Okay, so moving to the next question. So here is the question. Stepwells had a range of functions in addition to those related to water collection. Now we are going to underline the keywords here. Range of functions. So the different uses, you can just look for synonyms, because sometimes you may not be able to find the correct words or the same words in the passage. So you have to definitely look for the keywords. So here it is synonyms like range of functions. So you can look for usage here, and in addition to those related to water collection. So you have to think about the water collection or the uses mentioned that are related to water collections, and the range of functions other than that in addition. So you have to look for the different functions given related to water collection and something more than that. Okay, now we are moving to the passage. In the first paragraph, you can see why they built this step wells. So we can see developed a method of gaining access to clean, fresh groundwater during the dry season for drinking, bathing, watching animals and irrigation. So these are the functions which are related to water collection. Okay, then reading further, you can see that during their heyday, they were places of gathering of leisure and relaxation and of worship of villagers of all but the lowest classes. So these are the other functions other than this related to water collection. Okay, so they have already given some functions or some uses related to the water collection in the first paragraph, and in addition to that they have mentioned the other function because these step wells were used as places for gathering for their leisure and relaxation purposes, and sometimes it used as a place for worship. So this answer is true. Okay, the statement given is true here. In the passage we can see there are functions mentioned in addition to these water collection uses. So the answer is true. Okay. So moving further, the third question is, the few existing step wells in Delhi are more attractive than those found elsewhere. So we can underline this keyword, Delhi, then more attractive than, more attractive. So it is a comparison. Okay, so you can look for comparison if it is there. Okay, more attractive and those found elsewhere. So we have already read the passage or already read the paragraph, and we have found that they were existed in only 3 places in India: Rajasthan, Gujarat and Delhi. Okay. While we were reading or while we were going through the passage, we haven't got or we haven't come across any of the information, something related to their attractiveness or any of the comparisons given. Okay, so we are again moving to the passage. So we have to look for the comparison. As we have already read the passage, you can spot or you can find the information here. So it is given us most step wells are found in Gujarat, Rajasthan and Delhi, and they haven't mentioned or they haven't compared anything about the attraction or how attractive it is or comparing with the other places. So we can say that the information given in the question is not present in the passage, which means the option or the statement is not given. The answer is not given. Okay. So if the information is not present in the passage, the answer is not given. Okay. Alright. So moving to the fourth question. It took workers many years to build the stone steps characteristic of step well. So we have to look for the duration they have taken to build these step wells or the steps. So we just move the passage. Okay. So here they are discussing about how it is built and what are the different characteristics or the features of that build steps. But they haven't mentioned how many years the people took for completing these steps. So the information is not there in the passage, yet the answer is, thus the answer is not given. Okay, the answer of the fourth question is not given. Now moving to the last question of this task, the number of steps above the water level in a step well altered during the course of a year. So number of steps above the water level altered. Okay, so we have to look for altered, the synonyms for altered. Okay, so you can read the third paragraph. As the name suggests, step well comprises a series of stone steps descending from ground level to the water source as it recedes following the rains. When the water level was high, the user needed only to descend a few steps to reach it. When it was low, several levels would have to be negotiated. So the number of steps itself recedes when depends on the weather conditions or throughout a year. So the answer is true. So the information here agrees with the information given in the passage. So the answer is true. Okay. So I'll repeat the answers again. So the first one, it is false. Then the second one, it is true. Then it is not given. Again not given. And this. Okay. Now we are moving to the next set of questions. So you have to read the instruction carefully before answering the question. Here the instruction given is one word only. So you should not write more than one word. So you have to keep it in mind when you are answering or transferring your answers to the answer sheet. Okay, so you have to read the question first. Which part of some step wells provided shade for people? Again, you have to underline the keywords. You have to look for the same similar words in the passage in order to find out the answer. Okay, we'll move to the passage. So, which part of some step wells provided shade for people? Okay, so we can look for synonyms or sentences with the same meaning. Okay, in the paragraph 4, we can see others are more elaborate. So they were discussing about the different features of this step wells. Built from stone and supported by pillars, they also included pavilions that sheltered visitors from the relentless heat. So, in the heat, we used to find or we used to sit or stand under some shade in order to escape from the relentless heat. So, we are looking for a shade, and the answer is pavilion. So they have built some pavilions that sheltered visitors from relentless heat. Okay, so the answer is pavilion. Okay, so the answer is pavilions. Moving to the next question. What type of serious climatic event which took place in southern Rajasthan is mentioned in the article? So, southern Rajasthan, so we can easily locate this information as it is a name of a place. Southern Rajasthan, then serious climatic event. So, we can look for these two. We can just skim through the passage. Here we found the information southern Rajasthan. Southern Rajasthan here, and suffered an 8-year drought. So there is a serious climatic condition they faced or happened in southern Rajasthan was drought. So the answer is drought. So by just looking for the keywords, and you have to read this paragraph or the sentence along, then you have to find out the answer correctly and easily. So the answer is drought. Then moving to the last question. I think it is clear now. So the last question is, who are frequent visitors to stepwells nowadays? They have mentioned here tourists or travelers are visiting these places nowadays. So the answer is travelers. The answer for the Sixth question, it is pavilions, then drought and tourist. So these are the answers. And so these are the questions. And if you have any doubts, you can just ask in the comment section. Okay, see, most of the people used to find it when reading or when attempting these true false not given questions. So you have to read the questions and you have to understand the passage in detail, and you have to take the inference from the paragraph rather than just reading it word by word. You have to understand and deduce the inference or deduce the meaning out of the paragraph to make or to match the questions with the passage. So you have to just compare the meanings of the passage as well as the question to find out the correct answer. So far I haven't received any of the doubts, so I'm just winding up. So thank you for listening, and I'll be back with the next session in the coming week. Thank you.